What up, black man? I hope you're doing well, protecting your mental, and staying safe. Recently, I was out of commission for like almost a week, and I'm still kind of recovering from having a stomach flu. I ate some food that apparently was bad at my job, which was kind of sucked because you would think that would happen at like a potluck or something like that. It was some random catered event. I just decided to eat lunch that day. It took me out for a week, and it was pretty bad. Like I got a fever up to like 103.5 or zero point 0.7 or something like that. This is the first time I ever had like fever dreams. It was rough, and so I'm still like in the process of recovering. And what I wanted to share, which I think is really important, why we need to write stuff down, or why we need to record things, particularly our thoughts and our feelings, but also our visions, our dreams, our plans. Like recording and getting your thoughts out and your feelings out isn't only just a good emotional release valve, but it serves other purposes too. And for me, it's super vital right now. And I'm sure it would be the case too for you if you kind of went through what I went through, dealing with this bug. Again, no idea really what it was. Getting sick, I'm sure if you've ever been like really sick, you develop mental fog where you can't really think straight. It's hard for you to plan. It's hard for you to know what's going on. It's hard to remember, all right, what am I doing? And that's why it's important that you write down stuff so that like, okay, even if it's just like a to-do list, even you can go back and reference what you wrote down when you were a little bit more coherent. That's important. For me, what was helpful is journaling daily. I can kind of get a timeline of my experience of how I was feeling. So one day it was like, I'm not feeling too good. My stomach kind of hurts. And then like the next day and so on and so forth. And then eventually there are no entries because I'm not able to. I'm out. But, I'm able to go back and look like, oh, okay, here are signs of when things were changing so that I can kind of get an understanding of like where I was going, what I ate, being able to get records and information of that. So like that's one big thing. It's like writing down and keeping records of your thoughts, your feelings, your visions, your goals, plans, and all that stuff. It allows you to have a good record for when things aren't clear, when you're having mental fog. It's like, I'm just disoriented. I don't have anything right now. Like, it's important that you have that so that when you're coming out of it, like for me, that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm coming out of it. I'm like, all right, what was I doing before I was hit with this dumb stomach flu that threw me for a loop? How can I get back on track? So that's one big thing. Like it'll help you get back on track. It'll give you records to reference so that when the mental fog clears, you can have something to reference. Another good reason to write down your thoughts is if you experience a speed bump in life or you get disoriented by something crazy that happens. Using another example, earlier this year, sadly, my wife's grandmother had passed away. And that was unexpected. We had plans and we were actually making our way to go visit her. And she passed away unexpectedly. And it really threw us for a loop. We really had to change all of our plans and move things around so that we can go to the funeral and spend time with family and stuff like that and spend time to grieve. And again, in those moments, you have to put everything on pause. You have to put things to the side so that you can focus on something else. But if I hadn't written down or made records or captured some of my thoughts and plans and ideas and stuff prior to that, I wouldn't really have anywhere to come back to, anywhere to refocus on after that season. Because the reality is, like, at least for me, and I think any person that's loving and caring and supporting somebody that's really going through a really hard time like that, like I'm not thinking about building my business while my wife is grieving. I'm not thinking about my own personal ventures when she needs me there, when I need to help her, deal with the things that she's going through. So I literally have to put my stuff on pause, commit to being a beneficial man and serving my loved ones at that time, So I need to stop, rearrange things a little bit, and do what I need to do in that season. And sometimes that happens. There are road bumps and things that happen in life that are unexpected and make things just all over the place. But during those kind of smooth sailing and normal seasons, that's when you write stuff out. That's when you record things. Again, whether you like to write things in a journal or you record videos of yourself like in a vlog, whatever it is, getting those thoughts out so that you can have it as a way to reorient yourself after you've hit a speed bump. You need a reference. You need a frame of reference to get yourself back on track so that you can keep doing what you are ultimately purposing to do. And another reason I say it's important that you write down or record your thoughts and is being able to provide a roadmap or a vision to others. Outside of getting sick, outside of speed bumps and other crazy stuff potentially happening in your life, sometimes people want to help you with what you're doing. They want to help you with your dreams. They want to help you with your goals, and they want to support you. But if you can't clearly communicate what you want to do, where you're trying to go, even if you're leading or think you're leading a family or guiding a family, they need to understand, all right, well, where are you taking us? What's the plan? In your journals and in your vlogs and stuff like that, in private or whatever, those are those moments where you can sketch out the ideas that you have to pull together a vision and a plan and a roadmap to be able to express and share with others. And it doesn't just only have to be about a vision or like a family plan. It can be about your feelings too. It can be about your thoughts and your emotions as well. So say you're having a really bad day and your significant other wanted to know what's going on with you, but you told them, it's like, hey, I'm not really feeling it. No, there's a lot going on, so on and so forth. But at some point, vague answers, people don't really know what to do with that, especially if they want to help you, especially if they really want to know what's going on. And so when you go back and write down those thoughts, write down those feelings, take the time to do that, and you can go back and be like, all right, this is really what was going on. I was stressed out about my job, stuff was going on with my parents, whatever. But you can go back and then articulate those things so people can better understand what's going on with you. And it provides clarity and helps people to better understand you and know where you're coming from and even understand where you're trying to go. Again, it can be vision planning for your whole life. It can be vision planning for your business, your career. It can be vision planning and vision casting for your family, or it could just be clarity on where you are emotionally, mentally, and all those things. So again, these are just 3 reasons why it's so important that you really express yourself, that you have an emotional release valve. Recording your thoughts, feelings, ideas, visions, all that stuff, getting all that stuff down. Because I know a lot of times we like to keep it all in our head. We feel like people are going to steal it. People are going to steal our ideas. People are going to steal this or steal that. It sucks that we live in a society where nothing seems sacred and somebody's always trying to take your stuff as a come up or just because they don't have anything. But don't treat yourself like that. Don't treat yourself like you have to be some closed vault and you have to continue to hold everything within you all the time. No, write that stuff out. Get it down. Get a journal. Record vlogs. And save them, on a hard drive or record voice memos or something like that. That stuff is important. Get it out. Use that emotional release valve so that if necessary, you can have something to reference to. Say you get sick and you need to you need all 3 of these things. You need clarity once the mental fog goes away. You need something to reframe your frame of reference after you hit a speed bump, and you need to clearly be able to share your vision with somebody else, especially if you get really sick. You really do have to be able to be in a position to be like, okay, this is where I was, this is where I'm trying to go, and this is how I'm getting there, or this is where I am going. You need all of those, that reframing and recalibrating. All of that happens at the same time when you get sick. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And again, continue to encourage you guys to do the work to become beneficial, protect your mental, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.